Shalom Gandubim, it's Mara Naomi. I know that on Fridays we like to read books together to get ready for Shabbos. Here's a book that we haven't read yet together, and it's one of my favorites. It's called Peanut Butter and Jelly for Shabbos, and it's about two boys, Yossi and Label, and they're about to be big brothers. Here we go, Peanut Butter and Jelly for Shabbos. Yossi opened his eyes one cold winter day, then said Modani and washed right away. This Friday is special, thought Yossi, because there's a reason, but he just forgot what it was. Then Father walked in and called, "Hey, sleepyheads, it's time to get up. Jump out of your beds. Your mother's been gone for 3 days and we've missed her. Today she comes home with your new baby sister. I'll pick up your grandfather. She'll help us too. Since Shabbos starts early, there's so much to do. Since stay with your grandfather, I'll be back soon. Please polish your shoes and clean up your room." That's a good way to get ready for Shabbat. So the boys gave tzedakah, they said their tefillah and ate. They wiped off the table and each washed his plate. They cleaned up their room, gave their shoes a good shine, and for Mother they colored a welcome home sign. "Hey, Label," said Yossi, "what's taking so long? When are they coming? I hope nothing's wrong." "Look outside," pointed Label. "The cars are so slow." "The road must be icy. It's starting to snow." Label and Yossi could hear the wind blow as their yard disappeared under layers of snow. With cold noses pressed to the glass, they sat there, watching the snowflakes whiz by through the air. The eyes opened wide, they smiled in delight, and their breath made the windows all frosty and white. "Let's go out," Label said. "It's sticking just right, and I'm in the mood for a big snowball fight." Yossi smiled and then frowned with a shake of his head. "But Label, we have work to do here instead. It seems everybody is coming home late. Who will make food for Shabbos? We simply can't wait." "We're in trouble," said Label, "if we touch a knife, and we never made Shabbos ourselves in our life. If we turn on the oven, I know we'll regret it. Cooking's too hard, so I say let's forget it." "We can't give up now," was his brother's reply. "We'll only succeed if we're willing to try." They sat for a minute, they sat there for two, until Yossi came up with one thing he could do. "I can't cook gefilte fish, that may be true, but I always make tuna, and that's a fish too." "I can't touch a knife," said Label, "that I know. I can use a peeler for cucumbers, though." So the two boys washed up with soap in the sink, and both started working before you could blink. "Soup's a problem," said Yossi, "so this afternoon I'll prepare something else we can eat with a spoon." He took down the bowls with a fancy gold rim and filled them with applesauce up to the brim. "Now for the main course, here's what I suggest," called Label to Yossi. "The food I love best. It's better than chicken or turkey or meat. Peanut butter and jelly so sticky and sweet. To spread on some crackers, a great Shabbos treat. Let's make a bunch for everybody to eat." That makes me think of when we have snacked together, and we like to have rice cakes and bread with cream cheese and peanut butter. We like that a lot in our classroom, right? Oop, I'm going to show you the picture. Soon the meal was ready, but Yossi cried, "Label, we haven't got challah on our Shabbos table." "Don't worry," said Label to Yossi. "Don't cry. We'll only succeed if we're willing to try." Waving two frozen bagels over his head, Label grinned. "Don't you see? We'll use bagels instead." "Now for Shabbos dessert," Yossi said. "There's no cake. Isn't there anything else we could make?" "We don't need it," said Label. "We have so much stuff. Just look at the table. I think that's enough." "Wait a minute," said Yossi. "Won't this do the trick?" And he pulled from his pocket a red candy stick. He broke it in bits, which he put on a plate, and Label said, "Yossi, that candy looks great. Sometimes you are really a pretty smart guy, but you'll only succeed if you're willing to try. Just then, a knock and a key in the lock. In walked the family, and oh, what a shock! Grandma's right hand held a big covered dish that she'd filled with her homemade gefilte fish. Her left hand held platters of kugel and cake and fresh challah as only a grandma can bake. Father carried in matzo ball soup piping hot and roast chicken and meat in a huge steaming pot. Mother carried a bundle in her arms. Can any of you guess what it is? Their own baby sister, so tiny and new. Mazel tov, Mother said, for your new baby sister. Then Yesel and Liebel ran over and kissed her. We know, said the boys, there'd be no time to cook, so we made the whole Shabbos ourselves. Come and look. It was fun, Liebel added, as easy as pie. We succeeded because we were willing to try. Then Father took pictures of Yessi and Liebel standing right next to their own Shabbos table. That night they ate tuna and gefilte fish, applesauce and soup for the second dish. Next came cucumbers, kugel, roast chicken, and meat with peanut butter and jelly so sticky and sweet. For dessert, there was cake and the red candy stick, while they finished right down to the very last lick. They looked at the baby and touched her soft skin and patted her fingers and tickled her chin. She's the best baby I've ever seen. When she's bigger, we'll teach her, Yessi and I, that you only succeed if you're willing to try. Shalom, Yeladim. I hope you have a wonderful Shabbos with your entire family. Bye-bye.